About the apprenticeship programs is available through the Guam Department of Labor at 671-475-700/1 or at dol.guam.gov. In other news, the annual island-wide JROTC drill meet was held in Dededo up at Okudu High School. Armed drill team, unarmed drill team, and color guard units from Father Dueñas, GW, JFK, Okudu, Tizon, and Sanchez and Southern competed in regulation and exhibition events for trophies and a spot to represent Guam in mainland meets later this school year.
Freeze and arms! Sir!
For a lot of these kids who do well, a lot of the teams, they'll get an opportunity to head off island and to represent not only their school and their service program, but also the island of Guam. So truly, every cadet you see here is an ambassador of Guam.
Simon Sanchez, Army Junior ILTC Sharks!
Just the wow factor, you know, like, wow, yeah, that was amazing. I look at the height at which they toss the rifles, the amount of spins they do, and just how much swag they have in their movement.
The discipline, their bearing as well. That's one of the things that I focus on.
This is a competition still. You know, these schools are vying for trophies.
So yes, Okudu's going to win overall. I mean, that's what you're saying, right?
It's crisp and making sure that they know what they're executing. That's what
I noticed at my time during high school that kids may not know or be aware of themselves, so I look for those things.
More confidence and more crisp movement and trying to stay aligned, and it's not just one person, it's the team.
Yeah, we got that fire! Yeah, we got that fire! R to the EB and the EL with the S double chicken and the bed. What's up? Kupa, Zulu, Papa.
Sir, Cadet Technical Sergeant Peter Hayden is ready for inspection, sir.
Making sure that they're on time, that they have a good rhythm is really important for it as well. Overall bearing too.
In the end, the payback is the reward of successfully completing something that is very, very difficult that the average student doesn't do.
Artspace Guahan officially launched its Term 1 art classes earlier this week, marking the first full phase of programming at its new creative studio in Phototown Plaza. Now, the launch represents a shift from pop-up events and exhibitions to sustained arts education following months of community programming, including the Art Bash in October of last year. Now, Artspace Guahan says the new classes focus on accessibility, creative confidence, and long-term community impact. Beginning this spring, the organization will offer 3 structured programs: Art Discovery for preschool ages 3 to 5, Creative Bloom for students in kindergarten through grade 12, and Artspace Foundations for teens and adults. All classes emphasize hands-on learning and include art supplies. Scholarship applications for Term 1 are currently open and due by Wednesday, January 28th, with additional scholarships planned for future terms. Artspace Guahan also plans to announce its official grand opening in the coming weeks, along with free community workshops and interactive art spaces. For more information and enrollment details are available at artspaceguahan.org. And it's time now for our weekly roundup that showcases promotions, awards, and other accomplishments submitted by our viewers and followers. If you would like to feature company promotions or achievements of friends, colleagues, or loved ones, send pictures, announcements, and press releases to newsdirector@kuam.com with subject Making Waves. Stick around, we have more coming up on Weekend Edition. You're watching KUAM.
It's a new year, Guam, so let's start with the reset at Kmart. Make your move and start strong. Gear up with fitness equipment and fresh workout apparel. Fuel with wellness essentials, sugar-free options, protein, vitamins, and more. Organize and clear the clutter with easy storage solutions and cleaning essentials. And refresh your living space with new furniture and decor for your home. New year, new me. Your reset starts at Kmart Guam.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
Hafanegi, everybody. I'm Jason Salas. I'm here with my buddy Joey Certeza from the UOG G3 Guam Green Growth. The Conservation Corps is absolutely amazing, and they are reminding us, emphasizing to us that we have to make sure that we take care of our island and our earth because she's the only one we got. So, Joey, you guys are doing amazing work, and this is a wonderful time for your organization.
Yeah, it has been 5 years in the making. Right now, we're in the midst of our new Conservation Corps program, which is a workforce development program, and we are hoping to gear about 12 individuals to be selected and to be engaged in the green economy, learn from different agencies, learn different aspects of sustainability, gain experience, gain leadership skills, gain a network, but also create a career path and be able to add to the solutions for our island's generation.
There's something interesting because a lot of people think, this is a great way when I'm in college to get involved. I mean, it looks great on the resume when you get onto the workforce. What kind of careers can you actually use this work for as a jump start?
Yes, it's quite amazing when you join this Conservation Corps program. You'll be given all the skills and the trainings, and what has been done before from previous Conservation Corps programs members is that some individuals are able to go into like forestry, be able to then lead some of their programs. Like we have a Conservation Corps member, Elise Rose, who is now leading the Citizen Forester program under the Forestry and Soil Division with Chief Christine. We have some members supporting one of our initiatives at the Guam Green Growth departments with the watersheds. And those members are leading our UGAM restoration programs. We have some members who are also with Colorado University doing biosecurity in, if I'm not mistaken, in Anderson. in Camp Blas area.
Nice.
And they're also just leading more cool efforts to kind of create more better practices.
And Joey, I appreciate how you brought that up, like about our friends over at Camp Blas, right? The U.S. Marine Corps, because you guys carry the title Corps too. And I mean, just like the Marines, you guys are getting involved in land, sea, and air.
Yes, we do get very involved. We get in touch with the island. We make sure we're very conscious at the same time, but we're also making a huge difference for the place that we call home. Like you said earlier, this island is all we have. So why not pay homage to taking care of it, learning the different waste streams, which one of our key focuses is like we're learning from Mr. Rubbishman, GWSA, learning about the different waste, and then we'll connect you from that point to our circular economy team at the Chamorro Village, which is our makerspace circular economy innovation hub. And then you'll learn about how do you look at our island's waste and create products with what we consider as something we throw away.
And that's the thing I like about your program, and I always have for the last 5 years, because it's not just an internship. You guys aren't looking for free labor and everything. You guys are like, when you tap undergrads, you guys are looking for people with energy, with ideas. And even people that are very, very disruptive and say, this is the way it's always been done. Who says we can't do it better?
Actually, we just want to be able to engage and work with people who just want to make a big difference.
There you go.
You do not need to have any kind of previous experience or knowledge about the environment or sustainability.
So I don't have to be a bio major or
no,
like,
you do not need to. If you just want to make a difference for your island, you want to do something for your life, you want a new career pathway, or you just want to build something for yourself. This is a program to do that. This is a program that will build the skills that you need, build the competencies that organizations would look for, but not only that, you'll build yourself to be a critical citizen, critical islander on this island. And we have some members who are adding what they learned in the Conservation Corps program to their families. And that's just growing how their family is developing their relationships.
The nuclear family is also a very sustainable unit too. You have to practice that.
Yeah, and it's so cool because a lot of the members that have come into this program did not know anything. But when they leave the program, they leave with a passion, they leave with a purpose, they leave with ideas to add to the solutions that we need for our future. So, when you do apply, we just ask that you put your best foot forward. When you answer the questions, you really think deeply when you respond. And just know that there's a lot of people who already have been applying. We already have more than 60 applicants at the moment. And, we just want our island to evolve. We want our island to do better in terms of sustainability and conservation. And we want to be able to assist members who are interested in our community to be a part of the green solution, to be a part of this economy, to be part of how we envision our future generations to thrive here.
Excellent. Okay, well, I'm absolutely sold on everything. What is the deadline? Because unfortunately, this isn't like Zoom, and you can't just add 900 people and take everybody that comes in. There is a finite number of seats.
Yes, there is a finite number of seats, and we can only select about 12 individuals to be a part of this Conservation Corps program.
Oh, this is a dream team, right?
Yes, it will be a dream team. You develop camaraderie, you develop a family aspect within the 5 months, which will start on March 16th and end at the end of July. So we do ask people in our community to please apply. And if you want to apply, please apply at www.guamgreengrowth.org or check out our social medias like Instagram at Guam Green Growth. And there's a link in the bio to our applications.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Ah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade. Okay, ready to go? Easy money, bro.
Yeah,
all right.
easy money.
Hey, thanks again for doing this, man.
Of course, no problem, yeah.
Hafa everybody, I am Jason Salas, and as they say in sports, Father Time is undefeated now. All of us as athletes at one point, begrudgingly, have to hang up our cleats, like put the gear away and everything, but there are other opportunities. I got my main guy, Nainoa Calvo, right here, a gold medalist for when you wrestled in FD, outstanding. You won a gold in 2015 in your senior year.
Yes.
Went on to Stanford, wrestled at Stanford, then in graduate school we're at Purdue. So your career path is really interesting, Nainoa, because you outstanding high school wrestler. Again, you wrestle collegiately, then did some coaching, and now that you're back here on Guam and everything, you're officiating for Interscholastic. So
yeah, that's right. I've made the transition naturally is to go from wrestler to coach, but I'm really wanting people to be against me, so I chose to be a ref instead because I love getting into it with parents, so that's actively why I chose. No.
I was just about to ask you that because I mean we know some sports like basketball is crazy. Like if a ref sees something they see or the parents don't agree with it, all hell breaks loose. Football is crazy like that.
Yes.
Volleyball can be that way. How hype is it in wrestling?
Wrestling's awesome. The energy is really, really great, especially with Guam. Everyone's very supportive of their teams. And, it gets very personal. But I think at the end of the day, the vast majority of people, in fact, probably 99.9% of people, they're very respectful and they treat the sport with a lot of respect. So that's what they're respectful to their opponents and they're respectful of the sport itself. So I'm very appreciative of that, especially on Guam. Guam is a very respectful place.
Do you think, given your pedigree and a lot of people still remember you from high school and they know you went on to wrestle at Stanford and everything, can they say okay, I didn't agree with his call as a ref and everything, but that guy's got a resume and he's got a lot of credibility. So if he saw it that way, then it's cool.
I think at the end of the day, regardless of the pedigree, I think there's a few people that ref with me, maybe they didn't wrestle in college or, they just ended their high school career. We all study up on the rules pretty extensively. So regardless of if, I'm a walk-on at Stanford, that's what I had an amazing experience. I didn't have an incredible record, never All-American. I won 5 matches in my career, but I got to be around a great pedigree of wrestlers and train.
And that's 5 more than most people.
And train with amazing people. But at the end of the day, I study the rules the same way as my other refs. So all of us deserve the same type of respect because we're all putting in the work to try and make sure the matches are as fair as possible. So regardless of pedigree, I think all the refs on Guam are great, and we're just actively putting in work to be even better.
And that's actually good too, because you don't solely rely on your pedigree and saying I was the man in high school, senior year, FD was #1 and everything. You actually still continue to put in that work that got you to this place, and you're going to ref fair and impartially, and essentially your job as an official now is to make sure that fair play is maintained.
Yeah, that's the most important part, is to make sure that the wrestling on the mat, not the extracurriculars or any other outside influences impacting whatever's happening on the mat. So I try to make it as the calls especially, we have video, there's people that use video review where they try to say this is how it was in the moment with this. I make the calls as fairly as I possibly can in the moment, and that's the way that it shakes out. There's been some calls that I wish I could have taken back even when I was reffing in Hawaii, but you know what? At the end of the day, that's the decision that I made in the moment, and I stick by it because
there you go.
That's how you see it as the ref.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about your career progression after high school when you went off to Stanford, right? How did you have to change your game, and then essentially you become maybe the captain of your team, or all island and everything like that. Essentially you're learning all over again, right? And especially as a walk-on in a D1 school.
Yes, so the level of wrestling at a Division I college it's insane, and everybody there is the best from their school. And I mean, I had some losses my senior year and I ended up winning, but would I say I was the best on Guam at that time? Probably not. I just put in a lot of work. But when you're going to a team like that, it's important to have confidence in yourself. The thing that I would say that separates a lot of those kids from the kids on Guam is they have a lot of experience wrestling matches. We train a lot here, and we train a lot of wrestling, and a lot of kids do jiu-jitsu now, and you get a lot of mat time, and but some of those kids are wrestling so many matches a year from when they start when they're kids to when they're seniors in high school, and then on to college. They're wrestling a lot of matches in college. So I think I put in a lot of work on the mat and in training, but what I had to learn, and I don't think I learned, and even to this day I think I still have a problem with, is flipping the switch in a match. And that's something that comes just because we don't wrestle the same amount of matches that they do in the States. So that was one thing that I thought really affected me. I felt really great in the room. I felt like a really great wrestler when I was practicing, but when I got on the mat, I just couldn't put it together. So that's one thing that I think is important for kids on Guam, is to just get as much experience as possible in matches. Well, and they did really good out there. You know, some kids stick out in my mind, like Kai Duenas from Guam High School. He's a great wrestler. JFK has like they have a like a killer, like a murderer's row, we call it, of guys from like 113 all the way to 138 that are all amazing wrestlers. There's a guy at Southern I love watching. He's like a 138 pounder. There's guys at Sanchez. So there's the
Aiden Ratuian?
Aiden Ratuian, I love watching him too. And I also enjoy watching Isaiah Macho. So, you know, there's like a lot of guys.
Shout out to Aiden. He was our athlete of the week a few weeks ago.
And then even FD has a lot of experience, and the coaches are great, and the coaches are putting in work. And, you know, it's awesome to see it becoming a lot better on Guam.
Beyond the Game is presented by Gatorade.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Happy guys, this is Padme, and welcome to a new episode of
In My Ville, brought to you by Pepsi.
Happy everyone, my name is Padme, and welcome to another episode of In My Ville. Today we are at New Miso Mart in Tamuning, so let's go! New Miso Market, first started in 2017. The owners make the gimbap themselves, which is very popular with the customers. Pickles, especially egg pickles, are one of the best sellers here. Drinks like Gatorade and Pepsi always do well too. Wait, I think I know this. This is like an Orbeez. I used to use these in elementary and I would sell them. And then I got in trouble because we're not supposed to run a business in elementary school. But I love these. They don't like entrepreneurs. And then I became a business major. They always welcome customers with a kind smile. So I definitely recommend New Miso Market to anyone wanting good food. Oh my gosh, my dad uses these. Whatever snack you pick up at New Miso Market, just remember, it's always better with Pepsi.
And now here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shout-out sent to us on KUAM.com.
This Island Weekend says, happy birthday on Sunday to Aisha Lynn Ibanez. And can you please wish my niece a happy birthday, ? Absolutely. Her birthday is January 25th, 1992. And please say it's from her Auntie Ness, her mini-me, Uncle Jake, and her family. You know what? Absolutely done. And that's a great shout out. And what a wonderful, wonderful thing to do for your beloved niece. So Aisha, we hope you have a fantastic weekend and a happy birthday. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
That's going to do it for us here on a Weekend Edition. Visit KUAM.com or follow us at KUAM News on social media for the latest news. For now, I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. Have a safe weekend.
It's the One Micronesia Show, brought to you by Bank of Hawaii. Reach your possible.
علي.